It's our last day here. We leave at 10 tonight. So I got a hotel, the Outrigger, which is a few miles down the road. Beach, pool, relaxed day. It's actually beautiful. It's probably the nicest day we've had since we've been here, but it's not over yet. We have this whole day and then we take off and back to the real world tomorrow. But this is our favorite island and we plan to come back. So you can come hang out with us at the resort today. We have been back now for several weeks and I just wanted to kind of give a synopsis of our whole trip and what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, what we would do different. So I will start with the good stuff because there was more good, and the bad's not even bad, but this was some of the good. I took some notes. So I have to say where we stayed in Kauai, which is on the east side of the island. I felt it was a good middle distance between the north and the south shore. You're going to be driving a lot anyways, so why not be in the middle? It's about an hour to the top, hour to the south shore, so it was a great way to kind of hit everything. Plus the sunrise is there. The sunrise is over on that side, so every morning we had the best, most perfect sunrise. I'm usually a sucker for sunsets. Kauai changed that. The sunrises were great. There's also a ton of shops, restaurants. We were right across the way from the Coconut Marketplace. It had tons of shops, restaurants, bars. They had some live music and entertainment several times during the week, so that was a kind of a fun treat. I liked the food everywhere we ate. The food, I don't think we had a bad meal there, from whether it was like fancier like Duke's or the Beach House to like the smaller places, small pizza shops or quick bites, we never had a bad meal. Everything was delicious, actually. The people were, I'm not saying surprisingly nice. We've kind of had some bad experiences on some other islands. The people were phenomenal. They were friendly, they were helpful, they were willing to show you around. We really were surprised about how amazing, because you hear rumors about maybe the Hawaiians not liking the mainlanders. We did not have that experience. Everyone was great, so we liked that. Now, some of the things that we weren't like huge fans of, but they weren't like deal breakers for us. We were there 5 days. That wasn't enough. I need at least a week there. There was more hiking trails we wanted to do. There was more beaches we wanted to see. So I feel that 5 days is a great start, but I know that if we go back, we will have so much more to do. There's so much to do. We couldn't possibly do it all in the 5 days. So I would think 7 was just maybe a little too short. So I'd like to go a little longer next time. The weather, now that's our bad. I scheduled the end of January, early February, so it's not ideal. The other times I've been in going to Hawaii, they were summer. So June and August were the other 2 times I went, so that was perfect weather. There was definitely some windy days, some cold overcast days, but it didn't affect our fun or what we did. We maybe would have liked a couple more sunny days to enjoy the beach a little bit more, but it's our fault. That's just how the weather is that year. Still would probably go a different time of year. Just keep that in mind. Obviously it's Hawaii, so everything is very expensive. We budgeted for it. Obviously we did some fancy dinners and stuff because we had never been there, but you don't have to do that. Just in general, the grocery stores were pricey. There were some restaurants that we found that weren't too bad, but the gas, stuff like that is expensive. So just keep that in mind when you're budgeting and planning. The last insider tip that I have, if you saw in this video, most red eyes out of Hawaii are red eyes. So when going home, you still have that whole day. And the last couple times we went to Hawaii, we made the mistake of just like throwing our stuff in the rent-a-car and going about our day. But then you get on the plane and you're gross and sandy, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I would have booked another day at our Airbnb, but that day wasn't available. So I don't know if you've heard of Resort Pass. This one was great because it included the room. So sometimes you can get a resort pass and it's just the facility, right? You can use their pool, their spa, their beach, their gym, whatever, but they don't have a room available, but I wanted a room. So I think it was like $365, maybe it was like $260. It was, a couple $100, but to me that would have been like an extra night at a place anyways. And we got to shower and throw all of our stuff in the room and be good for the red-eye flight going home. The facility, the Outrigger, was amazing. I would definitely recommend that resort. I wouldn't mind staying there. And it was fun because we of course have the Airbnb, but it was fun to change it up and try a hotel. So just lounging by the pool, having a pina colada. It was a nice way to end the trip. If you don't want to move your stuff, you can just add an extra night to either your resort or your Airbnb. I know a lot of people do like a couple days in the north, a couple days in the east, a couple days south. I just didn't want to have to keep moving all the time if I could avoid it. So hindsight, I want to go back. It was so much fun. The weather was beautiful in general, the beaches, the food, the people, my favorite island by far. So the pros and cons, take it with a grain of salt, but we had a great time. And thanks for watching all of our blog videos, and continue to watch, like, comment, and subscribe. And there's more where that comes from. So we'll see you soon. Bye.